नेशनल इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ माइनिंग एंड फ्यूल रिसर्च धनबाद को टीम CSIR सिम्फर इस पुरस्कार को ग्रहण करने के लिए मंच पर उपस्थित है। सिम्फर को यह पुरस्कार अपने नॉलेज बेस के बिजनेस तथा मार्केटिंग को सिग्निफिकेंटली बढ़ाने के लिए दिया जा रहा है। बायोलॉजिकल साइंसेज तथा टेक्नोलॉजी के लिए GN रामचंद्रन गोल्ड मेडल 2019 दिया जा रहा है प्रोफेसर अमिताभ चट्टोपाध्याय ऑफ सेंटर फॉर सेलुलर एंड मॉलिक्यूलर बायोलॉजी हैदराबाद को। बायोमेम्ब्रेन्स में डायनामिक्स तथा लिपिड प्रोटीन इंटरैक्शन की अंडरस्टैंडिंग में उत्कृष्ट योगदान के लिए यह पुरस्कार प्रदान किया जा रहा है। फ्यूल सेल फोटोटाइप टेक्नोलॉजी CSIR टीम द्वारा विकसित की गई है। हम माननीय मंत्री महोदय हर्षवर्धन जी से निवेदन करते हैं कि कृपया ये CSIR फ्यूल सेल प्रोटोटाइप भेंट करें माननीय राष्ट्रपति जी को। इसे NCL पुणे, CSIR कड़ाईकुड़ी तथा NPL दिल्ली के साथ मेसर्स थर्मेक्स लिमिटेड पुणे ने तथा रिलायंस इंडस्ट्रीज लिमिटेड मुंबई की पार्टनरशिप में विकसित किया गया। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद माननीय राष्ट्रपति जी और सभी पुरस्कार विजेताओं को हार्दिक बधाई और शुभकामनाएं। Honorable Minister of Science and Technology and Earth Sciences and Minister of Health and Family Welfare माननीय डॉक्टर हर्षवर्धन जी से अब हमारा आग्रह है कि कृपया हम सबको संबोधित करें, अपने विचार व्यक्त करें।
Honorable President of India, Shri Ramnath Kovind ji, Dr. Vijay Raghavan ji, Principal Scientific Advisor to the Prime Minister of India, Dr. Shekhar Mande ji, our DG CSIR, Mr. Chakrabarti, senior bureaucrats, distinguished guests, and media friends present in this august gathering. First of all, let me thank our Honorable President on behalf of our CSIR family received a no from his office. Today also, we are really indeed very, very fortunate that in our Foundation Day ceremony, he was here with us in 2017 also in a similar function, and we wish to express our heartfelt gratitude to him. He is a grassroots worker of the soil, and he has seen from very close quarters how our scientists work with so much of enthusiasm, spirit, sincerity and dedication. and he has expressed that in no uncertain terms on many occasions. So we are really fortunate to have him here. I would also like to congratulate all of you on your foundation day, rather our foundation day, from a journey which started with a modest, very meager investment of 5 lakhs by a committee suggested by a member of the Commerce Ministry, and having been born in September 1942, we have grown into a big family. In Hindi we call it a Vat Vriksha of CSIR, and from that small department or a small committee to being one of the topmost institutions of the whole world, having a ranking within the first 10, 15 positions in a list of 1207 institutions all over the world of similar nature. It is not a small achievement. I was trying to recapitulate my own 5 years journey with the CSIR and of course with the Science and Technology Ministry. I rather feel very, very fortunate that I was assigned the responsibility of being the Science and Technology Minister some 5 years back in November 2014. And again, I feel extremely blessed that the Prime Minister again gave me this responsibility. And I tell you very honestly that I very strongly from the core of my heart feel that this was probably the greatest blessing from the Prime Minister for me and the greatest blessing in disguise for me. And just recapitulate some of the recent experiences, and that will be a symbolic, I think, you can say, manifestation or expression of the great work that you are doing. It was only last week or maybe in the last 10 days that I was in the laboratory of Professor Jadhav, whose laboratory got an award. And I also remember that in 2015, I had visited CSIR NAL. And when I was taking a round of that laboratory, I saw that there was one plane there, and around that plane all our scientists with their depressed and frustrated faces saying that we had this ambitious project of Saras, and unfortunately this plane, while we were doing our research, it met with an unfortunate accident. And after that the government closed this chapter sometimes in 2008 or something, and we have not been able to pursue our research further. And from that depression, we once again requested our scientists to start working on that. Under Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji's leadership, we got them all the permissions again. And today when I am talking to you, another 3-4 years since then, under Professor Jadhav, we have now got this 19-seater Saras ready to be manufactured with their commercial outlook, and I was witness to the first test flight of Saras also. That was last year. And recently I was witness to the new Saras, which has already completed 25 test flights and is going into the commercial manufacturing also. And then the Air Force has already ordered 15 Saras planes, and the laboratory has already started working for a 17-seater indigenous plane developed by our own CSIR laboratories. This is not a small achievement. And then I was witness to that Hansa also, which is a 2-seater trainer aircraft, is a beautiful aircraft. And everything I saw, it was being, although there is an alignment with a private company to manufacture that, but the manufacturing within our laboratory has also started with all the state-of-the-art technologies. Then, of course, the Drishti and the head-up display. These two important things which are helping every pilot, every international civil airport, all the Air Force airports. I think these examples like this speak volumes about our, because I also remember that in 2015 we had gone to Dehradun, and we all, the directors, for 2 days we had brainstorming, and we had decided that from now onwards we'll work together. We divided our work, we made our chemical sector, the biological sector, the strategic sector, the physical sector, all those, and then with perfect synergy within CSIR and within the scientific community, we all started working together. And now from almost every lab, I can in fact quote examples that we have produced something which is actually helping the people. Now you know the Prime Minister gave a call for having a single-use plastic-free country by the year 2022. This was the pledge of the country. Last year on this forum at the World Environment Day on 5th of June, when the international theme was Beat Plastic Pollution. On one hand, on the appeal of the Prime Minister, the country is getting rid of single-use plastic, and on the other hand, our scientists have already created. The other day, within the last fortnight itself, I inaugurated a plant in Indian Institute of Petroleum, whereby within the premises of the laboratory, the plant has been created, it has been established, it has started working, and in the laboratory is collecting all the plastic waste of Dehradun, converting it into pellets, and then in a day, converting a ton, about 1,000 kilograms of plastic waste into 800 liters of diesel. And the day I got this inaugurated there with my own hands, the next thing I did was to come back to Delhi and talk to the LG and DDA of Delhi. I said, you all get your act together and give some land in Delhi. We'll put up plants like this. And now our CSIR laboratory says that we can scale it up to 10 tons. We can scale it up to 100 tons. That's, I think, it's a great achievement. And similarly, I saw a car being developed by them where they have replaced. You see, we are all faced with this problem. Every 10 years or 15 years, diesel cars, these petrol cars, they have to be dumped. Now they have, IIP has ensured that those engines, they will be replaced by the electric engines, and the whole issue is being helped by our lab in CSIR, SICRI lab. They have already got into an alignment producing the lithium cells. Our lab in Durgapur is helping in getting the engines, and so 10 years you can get your car. So they already developed 2 cars which are like, which is going to solve all this problem for the people also, that what do they do with their diesel cars which have become 10 years old, 15 years old. And I think 26th of January we all heard in the commentary a CSIR biojet fuel, run Air Force plane there. I think there are so many achievements like this. 1 month back, I was in Hyderabad in the CSIR chemical technology lab. They have developed a molecule which is going to help in a big way. It is going to help in multiple ways, helping in solving the problems of cancer, skin diseases, and the molecule has such a huge potential that a drug company has entered into an agreement to give 240 crores to our laboratory to actually be able to use that molecule. We remember that when the Prime Minister gave a call to improve the income of the farmers, many of our scientists started working on them, and now a lot of our scientists, they have got this successful aroma mission. Thousands of farmers have already been helped. Tons of essential oil has been created. So many people have been given jobs. Thousands of acres of land has been cultivated with medicinal plants and these aromatic plants. In this NPL itself, and for this plastic, this NPL, our National Physical Laboratory, which we always long to see as a physics student in a school studying in Delhi, they have now converted this plastic into tiles, and the tiles are being used all over Hyderabad in all the municipal parks, on all the footpaths, and in many industry people have taken it up. I was told that some of the countries like Kenya and Nigeria, they are all wanting to take this technology from NPL. And for these standards, we were in fact spending something like 1,000 crores importing these standards and fundamental, you can say, thing to ensure how we actually set the standards. Now our NPL laboratories doing the standards. They have done it for 67, 70 things. They have done it for 99.9% of gold. And as an environment minister, I saw that now all this equipment which tests basically the level of PM 2.5, PM 1, etc., they all being going to be tested by NPL. The atomic clock there. Now, after having visited every lab for 5 years, I think I can talk about it. The fuel cell, the symbolic fuel cell technology is manifestation, and the symbolic thing that we presented to our Prime Minister, I saw that recently in Pune itself. It's a big revolution. I think it can help us in solving our energy problem in a big way. The way the CSIR people have ensured that whether it is the strategic sector or the energy sector or the water sector or the aeronautical sector, I think you deserve the highest applaud from all of us. I can quote many things, but I now, after 5 years, feel so happy that everything that we do. Recently at the BRICS meeting also, I said that Indian scientists, they are working with a sense of scientific social responsibility. And for us in India, for our scientists, it is the people for science and science for people. That is the basic fundamental on which the people are working. So I would personally once again request and reiterate that we are fortunate to have a president like this and a Prime Minister like Shri Narendra Modi ji, who has a very, very long, I think, cherished vision. He wants to now get India converted into a new India and ultimately into a Vishwaguru India. And for that, he has set for us very, very modest goals. He wants us to study, diagnose the problems and the unsolved problems of this country. He wants us to take the help of science to solve and alleviate the sufferings of the people. And the way our scientists have started working, the way they are working with perfect synergy, energy and enthusiasm, I am sure that all of us will be able to see a new India by 2022 And at that time, I can say with confidence that for most of the missions that the Prime Minister has launched, the major contribution for the success of that mission will be from the scientific community of India, and more particularly from CSIR, which is a big, huge, I would say, storehouse of energy and intellect. And with these 38 institutions, we now have to use, in the presence of the President of India, this occasion to reaffirm our commitment also to have a new dream for ourselves and ensure that every year on a Foundation Day we develop a new dream to solve at least one big problem, and by the next Foundation Day we come out with the solution. That is the spirit with which we must go back. Once again, I convey my heartiest congratulations to all the scientists, all the institutions who have done so well. The Dhanbad people, they got 2 awards, and I know they, apart from receiving awards, they are also managing money for the lab, because in Dehradun we had set a target for all of us that we will also ensure that we strengthen our finances, and that has also started happening in CSIR. We are no longer dependent on absolutely on the government money. We are, with our talent, trying to produce the financial strengthening also. So with all these words, once again my heartfelt congratulations to you, and I can sincerely say that I feel proud of all of you. Thank you. Namaskar.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद माननीय। और अब हमारी विनम्र विनती है माननीय राष्ट्रपति जी से कि कृपया हम सबको संबोधित करें, हमारा मार्गदर्शन करें। माननीय राष्ट्रपति जी।
Union Minister for Science and Technology, Earth Sciences and Environment, Forest and Climate Change and Health, Dr. Harshvardhan ji. Principal Scientific Advisor to the Government of India, Professor K. Vijay Raghavan ji, Secretary CSIR and Director General CSIR, Dr. Shekhar C. Mande, scientists and members of the CSIR community, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I am happy to be amongst you all on the occasion of the 78th Foundation Day of the CSIR. I fondly recollect attending CIR's Platinum Jubilee celebrations 2 years ago. With each passing year, this apex science and technology institution seems to be getting stronger and contributing more and more to our nation's development. I congratulate the entire CSIR fraternity as well as all the scientists who are being awarded today. CSIR is known for its cutting edge R&D in diverse areas. Its work covers a wide spectrum of science and technology. More importantly, CSIR has helped improve quality of life of our fellow citizens and aided business and industry with specific science and technology applications. Across different areas such as food and agriculture, generic drugs, leather, chemicals, several technologies developed by you have been embraced by the market. CSIR occupies a key place in India's scientific space. Ladies and gentlemen, the true test of scientific research lies in its ability to help our society accelerate socio-economic development in various areas of human life such as health and hygiene, sanitation, education and agriculture. In the long run, this ability depends on the extent to which the culture of scientific research and innovation permeates our society, institutions and enterprises. Science and technology is one of the key levers to achieve our national goals and to address the larger concerns. We have set ourselves a goal of becoming a $5 trillion economy by 2025. We are committed to achieving sustainable development goals. We also wish to play our role in addressing global concerns such as climate change. To a great extent, our success in meeting these challenges would depend on our ability to find creative solutions based on scientific research. In this regard, your work has benefited society in ways that are not always known to many. For instance, I am told that through its interventions, CSIR contributed its bit in saving precious lives during Cyclone Fani that hit Odisha earlier this year. Ladies and gentlemen, India is blessed with a youthful population that should be motivated to learn, imbibe and adopt science and innovation. I am happy to learn that CSIR provides a large number of doctoral and postdoctoral research fellowships. The Jigyasa program of CSIR is connecting students to scientists and igniting the scientific spirit in school students all across the country. I am told that in the past year alone, thousands of school students have visited R&D, CSIR R&D labs spread across the country. Initiatives such as Skill India, Startup India and Stand Up India are aimed at releasing and realizing the entrepreneurial power of India. Through innovation, our entrepreneurs can become solution providers to many of our challenges. Their success will determine our economic future and our growth trajectory. Our academic and scientific institutions, industry and entrepreneurs must collaborate to ensure that scientific research can move from labs to our industry, agricultural fields, incubation centers and startups. Ladies and gentlemen, today Dr. Harshvardhan presented to me the fuel cell prototype that has been developed by CSIR labs in collaboration with industry. I understand that this is the first indigenous prototype and the fuel cells use hydrogen to produce electricity. It has possible use for distributed power supply and e-mobility applications. This is an example of how scientific institutions can connect with industry and business for the benefit of society. The scientific community, academic institutions and industry are aware of the uncertainty and risks which are inherent to scientific research, innovation and entrepreneurship. I urge you to embrace that uncertainty and take that calculated risk. There lies the possibility of developing truly transformative technologies and innovations that can help fulfill our goals as a nation, as humanity and as a planet. Ladies and gentlemen, I must point out here that none of our successes will have any meaning without equal opportunities for our girl children. As President, I get an opportunity to attend convocations of universities and academic institutions across the country. In most of these convocations, I find that our girl students outshine the boys while winning most of the academic awards. Recently, Project Director of Chandrayaan-2 mission, M. Vanitha, and its Mission Director Ritu Karjal became household names. On a broader level, the participation of women in science in our country is far from satisfactory. We have to take the necessary steps to ensure greater participation of girl students and of women in science and technology. When this happens, our scientific achievements will become even more wholesome and more desirable. The purpose of education in its very essence is to make us a well-rounded personality, a good human being and society. We must develop interest in a range of subjects beyond our own. A good scientist will become a better scientist with some knowledge of social sciences and liberal arts. Similarly, a student of humanities will gain from an appreciation of science. As academic institutions and as individual students, we need to appreciate this and take measures to broad base our education. Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a world where technology surrounds us and dazzles us. Technological products and applications are changing our lives every moment. Space travel is no longer a distant dream. Artificial intelligence and robotics are no longer science fiction. 3D printers have entered our homes and driverless cars are set to dominate our roads. The relationship between human and machine is evolving before our eyes. Indeed, this is all exciting, but let it not divert our attention from basic science research. For that remains fundamentally important. We look to CSIR to help us navigate and adapt to this new technological world as well as to strengthen our basic scientific research. I am confident that CSIR will continue to work on new technologies as well as basic research relevant to our developmental goals. I convey my best wishes to CSIR and its community of scientists. May you continue your illustrious journey in the service of science and society. Thank you. Jai Hind.
कोटि कोटि धन्यवाद माननीय राष्ट्रपति जी। आप सभी से निवेदन है कि कृपया राष्ट्रगान को सम्मान देने के लिए अपने स्थान पर खड़े हो जाएं। हम माननीय राष्ट्रपति जी के हृदय से आभारी हैं उनकी गरिमामय उपस्थिति के लिए। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद माननीय राष्ट्रपति जी। माननीय मंत्री जी का भी हृदय से धन्यवाद। सभी गणमान्य सम्माननीय महानुभावों का धन्यवाद। आप सभी से आग्रह है माननीय राष्ट्रपति जी के प्रस्थान करने तक आप सभी अपने ही